Alrighty, so we're back, and um, one thing I forgot to mention was, Brett, the reason I have these glasses is legit just because like I'm about to go to sleep. It's like 11. You can see I think somewhere here and on the screen it's like 11:05 right now. So I'm about to go to sleep. So I don't want to, disrupt my sleeping cycle too much. So it's like if I'm on the screen, these glasses are supposed to help or something. I don't know. Uh, Point being, yeah, just reason I'm wearing glasses, and let's get into the trade recap. So this last video was for Tuesday, January 13th, right? But this one's on the trades I took on Wednesday, the 14th. Yeah, Wednesday the 14th. So let's see. So here we have, okay, price. We already saw what happened, right? Let's look on that 4 hour. Let's see. Damn, I think so. Like, okay, so we see here, we made this move higher, right? But obviously we're at all-time highs. If price doesn't want to push up with strong like momentum, it'll just fall back in and reject all-time highs. And that's what happened. We made a push higher, and then we ended up also creating this 4 hour fair value gap. And what happened? Price basically said, I don't want to go higher just yet. So we came up, but this liquidity came back down. We had either this level, the 0.382, 0.5, or the 0.618 to bounce off of. And what did price bounce off of? Ended up bouncing off of the 0.618 right here. We caught this trade right here, this little reversal. And then price just kind of came back down and just, chopped around, and then, just closed inside that 4 hour fair value gap. So what are we waiting for the next day? We'll see what happens, right? So we still have this 4 hour fair value gap. Now we'll just see what happens, right? So let's see. This is the trade recap that I had, and let's see. So we have 615 right here, right? Let's see what happens. So clearly in pre-market we push lower, right? We basically filled this 4 hour fair value gap. We have this little gap right here that we could, target if we wanted to. Let's see, 4 hour. Let's kind of see what's up. Okay, you can clearly see, we already. That's basically what happened. But zooming out, we're like, okay, mind you, that this when I marked out this move right here, from here to here, it was like, basically it's fractal, right? So if you're looking at it on a 1 hour time frame and it's a 1 hour setup, the same setup will basically be valid on the 4 hour and on the daily. So it's like it's all the same thing, just different time frames, takes um different times to actually play out, right? So here we're looking at this on the 4 hour, and we see, okay, we have this move from here to here, kind of choppy move, but it's still a move. We could still see, price come back. Like, yeah, price already made its move higher, pushed up, but price could still come back, retest these levels to continue going higher, right? So you always got to be mindful of that. Don't just think, oh, after price kind of came down already and pushed up, it's never going to come back down. No. So looking at this, we have, for one, we have this fair value gap here on the 4 hour that falls in line with that 0.618 level, right? Right here. Okay, we have that one. We have this one right here, which falls in line with the 0.5 level. And we have this like little gap down here, right? But basically these are the only key levels I'm looking at. And of course this 4 hour right here. Okay, so those are the only three fair value gaps I'm looking at the moment, if like going into the day. And so let's see, we have this little gap, and mind you, like I said, fractal, right? So 15-minute fair value gap right here in the pre-market. I'm just gonna mark it like this so it's a bit distinguishable. And let's see, let's go into the 3-minute and see what market does when we open. It does look a bit, messy. So if anything, let me remove these EMAs. No real reason to have them. Okay, market's about to open. Let's see what happens. Okay, we made a push lower, but then push up higher. You never want to take a trade right into market open if you're not certain of what price is going on. So I tend to wait around 15 minutes. So hence why I have this indicator right here, the orb 15 minutes. All that is just like it marks out the high and the low of the first 15 minutes. So creating your your levels for the day, 2 levels for the day, your high and your low of the day. So here we have this right here. I'm like, okay, boom. What happened? We created these, right? 3, 6, 9, 12. And then we had this. And we broke through. So for one, we broke through this low, which initially it seemed like we were just sweeping, right? But then we broke through it. So let's see. Let's see if we have any other confirmation. Okay, the 5 minute also broke through it, right? So this tells you price does not want to continue going higher. For one confluence, we have this 15 minute for value gap here. Came in, respects, came in, respects, came in right here, respects. Okay. 2, we broke this low. So this was sweeping, then we finally broke. So now all we need is an entry because now we know it doesn't want to go higher, it wants to go lower, at least for a bit, right? So this is my entry right here, this 3 minute. All I want to do is legit wait for a retrace. And my risk reward is right here. Just target levels. In this case, I'm targeting the top of this 4 hour fair value gap that we marked out on the higher time frames already. What happens? Price comes in. This is where I was a bit iffy because I'm like, okay, price tapped into this fair value gap, the 4 hour, right? But mind you, it's not going to always react immediately. So although it does tap it, it's just kind of tapping it and it's the initial reaction, but it's not going to, okay, now that I tapped it once, then it's going to reverse. No, you have to be patient. You have to pay attention to what price action is telling you. In this case, if we zoom into the 1 minute, what happens? Okay, price came in, boom, rejected. Once you see that rejection, then you're like, okay, let me enter. So even if you enter like somewhere here, you're like, okay, let me enter. Risk to reward, legit, just low of day. Okay. And in a matter of like 5 minutes, you should be taking profits here at like maybe up 10%, but always target your levels. Just be patient. And look what happens. We just completely fall, right? However, this is not the trade I took. I actually took a loss this day. Why? Because look, this was my mistake. I missed this trade and I was like, okay, I missed a trade. So maybe let me look for another trade, which is already your mistake. You shouldn't be chasing anything. You should always be patient and wait for your setups to play out. Here we have, look, equilibrium is all the way up here. If anything, the risk to reward makes no sense. To take a trade all the way down here, hopes like this, but then risking that like price can come up all the way up here. It makes no sense. So in this case, I should have not even taken this trade, but this is what I took. I took like this, targeting this, and I ended up like seeing my stop right there, right? But look, so right there, I was already in full position. I'm like, okay, we're looking good, but boom, end up getting stopped out all the way up here, right? And what happens? I'm like, okay, now it seems like, we inverse this fair value gap. So what am I thinking? Oh, let me go cause again, just more impatience, which is something that you should never. If you miss a trade and you find yourself thinking, oh, let me find another trade, that's when you should just call it quits because you don't want to be in that predicament. What happens here? I enter and I get immediately stopped out. When in reality, again, the trade should have been either this one up here, right here, or it's just simple. Right here, and simple target right there. That should have been the trade. Or in this case, obviously we're bearish, right? We made a move down. We just came all the way to equilibrium up here, right here, which is in line with this fair value gap. This fair value gap was never disrespected. It was always respected. So what does that mean? Price still wants lower. Okay, we make this move down. We're like, okay, maybe we're not sure, right? We're not sure of taking this trade yet because we have this fair value gap to the upside. We have potentially price just coming to this equilibrium. So once we get a candle close below here, right here, right here, once we get this candle close, then you're like, okay, boom. Now I'm confident that this trade will continue going lower. Why? Because price didn't react off of this 0.618, 0.5, or 0.382, right? And it also didn't react off of this 3-minute fair value gap. So we inverse this. This is where I'm like, okay, maybe let me just be patient and get a better risk to reward because I kind of took a loss already. So this is where I should have entered. It's legit. In the inverse of the fair value gap, so let me mark it out. 3-minute inverse fair value gap. Legit, just take it to low of day. Or you could always target these levels, right? But to be safe, take it to low of day as your first trim and then just hold it, trail your stop loss. And look, you already saw what happened. Price actually reacted. So this day I ended up taking a loss, but we live and we learn. Full transparency, took a loss to stay. Let me pull it up. I think you could see it under my cruise journals. Like you'll see it was the 14th. I took a $233 loss. You see the what do you call it? You see the actual screen, like the screenshot of like the exact trades I took, which is what I just went over. But we live and we learn. Yeah, we all make mistakes. Yeah, I'm record the next trade recap right now. Hope you guys enjoyed it and let me know if you guys have any questions.